Anila teacher, Anuja teacher. Start the teacher. Start.
Good morning, one and all. Respected Principal Dr. Sunit sir. Good morning, one and all. Respected Principal Dr. Sunit sir, other respected dignitaries, participants from different colleges, my colleagues, and my dear students. Our college, that is Kerala University College of Teacher Education, Nedumangad, is organizing a webinar on the topic Overview of E-Content Development and its Framework for B.Ed students. And here, I am very glad to say that our college has an expert who is resourceful in this topic. That is none other than Dr.Chanchel Abraham. She is a faculty in our college as assistant professor in social science. She is having a teaching experience around 16 years in different KUCTs. She did her research work and was awarded PhD in this area. So we are very sure that she is one of the apt person to handle this area very effectively. Moreover, she had already conducted many workshops on this area in different colleges. So I humbly and proudly welcome Dr. Chanchel Abraham to this webinar. Once again, a warm welcome to all participants and dignitaries to this webinar. Thank you.
A warm good morning to respected all in the web conferencing and my dear students. First of all, I express my sincere thanks to Dr. Sunit Kumar GN sir, Principal, Kerala University College of Teacher Education, Nedumangad, Thiruvananthapuram, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, Anja teacher, for your introduction and warm welcome. Thank you all for having me. I like to share some of the ideas related with content development, and the webinar topic is entitled as Overview of E-Content Development and its Framework for B.Ed students. The topics for the seminar include soft skills needed for enhancing learning with digital experiences, e-content development, what, why, and how, lesson transcripts for e-content. Before going to the details about e-content development, let us have a thought about soft skills in education. Soft skills in education are very essential for enhancing learning with digital experiences. Digital experiences help us to make learning more participatory, more interactive, more engaging, and more involving. Till recently, we used to study with classmates in classroom through Blackboard. But now after the outset of COVID-19, we start to study with software or online from home alone. Yes, as the picture says, we start to study without board and start to study with screen. Soft skills are the more transferable skills of a person without physical presence, such as communication, decision making, collaboration, teamwork, time management, and creativity. Online communication is same as the face-to-face communication. It helps us to build links, share information, be heard, and be understood. Decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolution. This is also possible through the online teaching and learning platform. And the important one is collaboration. Now we are using the web conferencing tool Zoom, which help us to create a group, and easily we can collaborate each other in this group through online. And another one is teamwork. Teamwork is also possible through online facilities. For example, On 2nd October, we completed a team project on online. We all celebrated Gandhi Jayanti through online. It's an example for teamwork. Then time management. Time, do you know? Time is just like any finite resource. The proverb time and tide do not wait for anyone is exactly correct for the time management in online. Time management is relevant to those who are hoping to study online. No need for an explanation because all of you are familiar with this, the same situation. Then with regular classroom learning, we have specific place. We need to be at a specific time. But learning online requires you to set aside same time or some time on your own learning for your own learning. Thus, time management is an important soft skill that needed for online teaching and learning. Then, and last one is creativity. Online teaching and learning provides students opportunities for discussion, then storytelling, writing, peer tutoring, and all other project-oriented works that help us to create the soft skill creativity. Thus, soft skills are the more transferable skills of a person without physical presence, such as communication, decision making, collaboration, teamwork, time management, and creativity. Thus, soft skills in education are personal and interpersonal behavior to develop and maximize human performance. Thus, the use of e-content in teaching and learning process can help the students to inculcate these students. That is why I introduced the soft skill before starting my talk. Now, let us think about e-content development, what, why, and how. E-content development, what, why, and how. My webinar will end with answer to all these questions. Now, let us think about what is e-content. Before starting, let us watch a video. Watch the video carefully. This video gives you the answer to the question, what is e-content? I will
ഭാരതം. ഭാസിനോട് രഥമുള്ളവൾ. ഭാസ് എന്നാൽ പ്രകാശം, രഥം എന്നാൽ അനുരാഗം. പ്രകാശത്തെ പ്രണയിക്കുന്നവൾ, അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഭാരതാംബ. ഭാരതാംബയുടെ പിറവിക്ക് പിന്നിൽ ഒരു കഥയുണ്ട്. വേദനകളുടെ, ജീവത്യാഗങ്ങളുടെ, ആത്മസമർപ്പണങ്ങളുടെ. ആ കഥകളിലൂടെ സമ്പത്തിൻ്റെയും അക്ഷയഖനിയായിരുന്നു ഭാരതം. ഈ സമ്പത്തിനെക്കുറിച്ച് കേട്ടറിഞ്ഞ വിദേശ ശക്തികൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് എത്തിച്ചേരാനുള്ള വഴികൾ തേടി. ഒടുവിൽ വാസ്കോഡഗാമ എന്ന നാവികൻ 1498 ഈ അക്ഷയഖനിയിലേക്കുള്ള ഒരു കടൽ മാർഗം കണ്ടെത്തി. അങ്ങനെ അദ്ദേഹം കോഴിക്കോടിനടുത്തുള്ള കാപ്പാട് കപ്പലിറങ്ങി. തുടർന്ന് പലരും. ഇത് ഒരു പുതിയ ചരിത്രത്തിൻ്റെ നാഴികക്കല്ലായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ നിന്നങ്ങോട്ട് ചൂഷണത്തിൻ്റെ കഥ ആരംഭിക്കുന്നു. വിരുന്നു വന്നവർ വീട്ടുകാരായി. ഇവിടത്തെ അമൂല്യ സമ്പത്ത് കൊള്ളയടിക്കപ്പെട്ടു. ചിന്നിച്ചിതറിക്കിടന്നിരുന്ന നാട്ടുരാജ്യങ്ങളെ അവർ തമ്മിലടിപ്പിച്ചു. അവിടെ ഉതിർന്ന ചുടുചോര അവർ നക്കിക്കുടിച്ചു. പോർച്ചുഗീസുകാരും ഫ്രഞ്ചുകാരും ഡച്ചുകാരും ഇവിടെ എത്തിച്ചേർന്നെങ്കിലും ഇവിടെ ഒരു രാഷ്ട്രീയ ആധിപത്യം സ്ഥാപിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞത് ബ്രിട്ടീഷുകാർക്കായിരുന്നു. ആയിരത്തി 1757 നടന്ന പ്ലാസി യുദ്ധത്തിൽ റോബർട്ട് ക്ലൈവിൻ്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഈസ്റ്റ് ഇന്ത്യ കമ്പനിയുടെ പട്ടാളം ബംഗാൾ നവാബായിരുന്ന സിറാജുദ്ദൗളയെ പരാജയപ്പെടുത്തി ഇന്ത്യയിൽ കമ്പനി വാഴ്ചയുടെ തുടക്കം കുറിച്ചു. ഏകദേശം 100 വർഷക്കാലം വലിയ വെല്ലുവിളികൾ കമ്പനി ഭരണത്തിന് നേരിടേണ്ടി വന്നില്ല. എങ്കിലും സന്യാസിമാരുടെയും ഫക്കീർമാരുടെയും കലാപം, പഴശ്ശിരാജ, ടിപ്പു സുൽത്താൻ, വേലുത്തമ്പി ദളവ, വീരപാണ്ഡ്യ കട്ടബൊമ്മൻ മുതലായവരുടെ ഒറ്റപ്പെട്ട ചെറുത്തുനിൽപ്പുകൾ എന്നിവ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് സൈന്യത്തിന് നേരിടേണ്ടതായി വന്നു. ആയിരത്തി 1857 ബ്രിട്ടീഷുകാർക്കെതിരെ ഒരു മഹാകലാപം ഉണ്ടായി. മാർച്ച് 29 ഡൽഹിക്കടുത്തുള്ള ബാരക്പൂർ പട്ടാള ക്യാമ്പിൽ മംഗൽ പാണ്ഡെ എന്ന പട്ടാളക്കാരൻ വെള്ളക്കാർക്കെതിരെ വെടി ഉതിർത്തതിൽ നിന്നുമാണ് ഇത് ആരംഭിച്ചത്. തുടർന്ന് മീററ്റിൽ തുടങ്ങിയ കലാപം ഇന്ത്യയാകെ വ്യാപിച്ചു. ഝാൻസി റാണി, ബഹദൂർ ഷാ രണ്ടാമൻ, താന്തിയ തോപ്പി മുതലായവർ വിവിധ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ചെറുത്തുനിൽപ്പിന് നേതൃത്വം നൽകി. ഈ കലാപത്തെ അടിച്ചമർത്താൻ കമ്പനി സൈന്യത്തിന് വളരെയേറെ വിയർപ്പൊഴുക്കേണ്ടി വന്നു. ഈ കലാപം കമ്പനിക്കും ഇന്ത്യക്കാർക്കും പല തിരിച്ചറിവുകളും നൽകി. സംഘടിതമായ ഒരു സമരത്തിന്റെ ആവശ്യകത ഇന്ത്യക്കാർക്കും കമ്പനി ഭരണത്തിന്റെ പോരായ്മ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് 1880 ഓഗസ്റ്റ് 2 ഈസ്റ്റ് ഇന്ത്യ കമ്പനിയിൽ നിന്നും ഭരണം ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഏറ്റെടുത്തു. അങ്ങനെ 1887 വിക്ടോറിയ രാജ്ഞി ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ചക്രവർത്തിനിയായി. ഭാരതത്തിൻ്റെ ഉജ്ജ്വലമായ ഭൂതകാലം വീണ്ടെടുക്കുക, അടിമത്തത്തിന് അറുതി വരുത്തുക എന്നീ ലക്ഷ്യങ്ങൾ മുൻനിർത്തി 1885 ഡിസംബർ 28 എ.ഒ. ഹ്യൂം മുൻകൈയെടുത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ നാഷണൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് രൂപീകരിച്ചു. W.C. ബാനർജി ആയിരുന്നു പ്രഥമ പ്രസിഡന്റ്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന്റെ ഫലമായും ഇന്ത്യൻ നാഷണൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് പോലെയുള്ള വിവിധ സംഘടനകളോടെയും വിദ്യാസമ്പന്നരായ ഒരു യുവതലമുറ ഉയർന്നു വന്നു. ഈ ഭീഷണിയെ നേരിടുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി മതപരമായി ഭിന്നിപ്പിച്ച് ഭരിക്കുക എന്ന തന്ത്രം ഉപയോഗിച്ചു. 1905 ബംഗാൾ വിഭജനം സാധ്യമാക്കി. ആയിരത്തി 1914 ആരംഭിച്ച ഒന്നാം ലോകമഹായുദ്ധം രാജ്യത്തെ കടുത്ത പട്ടിണിയിലാക്കി. ജനങ്ങൾ രോഷാകുലരായി. ഇത് ജനങ്ങളെ വിപ്ലവ സമരങ്ങളിലേക്ക് നയിച്ചു. ഈ പ്രതിസന്ധി ഘട്ടത്തിൽ 1915 ഗാന്ധിജി ദക്ഷിണാഫ്രിക്കയിൽ നിന്നും ഇന്ത്യയിലെത്തി. ഈ വരവ് ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ചരിത്രത്തിൽ ഒരു പുതുയുഗപ്പിറവിക്ക് നാന്ദി കുറിച്ചു. അഹിംസയിലൂന്നിയ ഒരു പുതിയ സമരമുറയ്ക്ക് അദ്ദേഹം രൂപം കൊടുത്തു. സത്യാഗ്രഹം എന്ന സമര പരീക്ഷണം സൂര്യൻ അസ്തമിക്കാത്ത സാമ്രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ അടിവേരിളക്കാൻ പോന്നതായിരുന്നു. ഗാന്ധിജി തൻ്റെ സമരരീതി ആദ്യമായി പരീക്ഷിച്ചത് ബീഹാറിൽ ചമ്പാരനിലെ നീലം കർഷക സമരത്തിലായിരുന്നു.
Participants, please mute your microphones.
Okay. What did you see in this video? Simply you answered the history of Indian independence. Other than that, what did you experienced? Yes. You saw images moving along with the audio. Then a background music, a video clipping, etc. Is it? That is the answer to the question, what is e-content? Sorry. Can you see the screen?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Did you experience these things? Any content. Thus, e-content is any content in electronic form. And it is usually meant for visual effect, and it combines text, images, audio, video, and animation. I think all of you experienced these things through that video. Yes. Then nowadays the content creation got immense importance as a part of teaching and learning. In National Education Policy 2020 also, content creation get a wide importance. Content creation, digital repository and dissemination, technology integration in teaching, learning and assessment all are given lot of importance in National Education Policy 2020 also. Now, let us go through some of the definitions and ideas related with e-content. E-content is the best way to convert the content into digital forms. Then, thus digital text and images designed for display on web pages, which is suitable for particular audience, is called e-content. E-content is one of the important outcome of e-learning. Thus, instructional system should encourage e-content production and practices. The purpose of e-content development is to create an information-rich society. And the definition of e-content is any content product available in digital form. Typically refers to music, information, images, and that are available for distribution on an electronic media. And a very well designed, developed, and validated e-content will provide an access to high quality, meaningful digital content and serve as an important, effective virtual teacher. E-contents are basically packages that satisfy the conditions like minimization of distance, cost effectiveness, user friendliness, and adaptability to local conditions. Remember the term package. E-content is actually knowledge packaging. Here the knowledge is packed for webcasting, and also this change the traditional rigid classroom practices, environment, and teaching materials. Then we can say e-contents are packages which are flexible also. Then what is knowledge packaging? We can pack the knowledge in various forms like conversation, lectures, songs, stories, ballads, manuscripts, print, audio, video, or any types of digital forms. That is knowledge packaging. We will discuss it in later together. Okay. Then now you hope you get an idea about what is e-content. E-content is the best way to convert the knowledge into or the content into digital forms. It is an important outcome of e-learning, and any content in digital form we can say it as e-content. Then it is a package of knowledge, contains text, images, audio, video, animation, etc. Dear participants, please mute your microphone. There is some disturbance. Okay, thank you. Then, now let us think about why e-content. What is the reason for e-content development, its practices? First one is the knowledge explosion. Then digital generation and digital age pedagogy. These things demands e-content, development of e-content. First, think about knowledge explosion. Look at, we are living in a society of 21st century. To have knowledge, there is knowledge explosion, explosion of expectations, and population explosion. All these explosions demands the device system, that is technology. That leads to social change, social progress, and modernization. All this leads to the need for modern techniques in education. That is the one reason for the need for development of e-content. Next is digital age. Digital age has wide scope and time when large amounts of information are widely available to many people, largely through computer technology. Digital age helps the people to or empower the people to interact. You all know that we can interact easily with any person in the world or in the globe. Then empower people to access knowledge. It is also experienced by us, that is knowledge at our fingertip nowadays. Digital age is 21st century. That is information age, digital age, and computer age. We digitized all the things in digital age. Now, let us think about who is a digital age learner. This is another reason for e-content. E-content demands, the digital age learners demands e-content. Digital age learners are next generation learners. They are digital natives, mostly educated, techno-savvy. Then they personalize their learning, then interact dominantly through social media. This is the peculiarity or characteristic of next generation learners. Then another one is digital age learners. They are electronic communicators. The picture itself says the answer. The electronic communicators are those who uses electronic media to transmit information or message using computers, email, or video calling, smartphones, etc. They share ideas and data like images in the form of images, graphics, sound, pictures, maps, software, and many other things. This is the characteristic of electronic communicators. Then another characteristic is digital age learners are multitaskers. Look at the picture. Someone who performs multiple tasks at a time. They can perform or manage many tasks at a time. They are multitaskers. Then digital age learners are multimedia learners because they are those who understand and memorize contents through learning supported by different sources of information. And they are online collaborators. They connect digitally to communicate in an online space. They chat using video, audio, and text. Then, and the second reason for digital demand for e-content is why e-content is the characteristics of digital age learners. That is, digital age learners are next generation learners. They are electronic communicators. They are multitaskers. They are multimedia learners and online collaborators. This is another reason for the development and production of e-content. Next, digital age pedagogy. What is digital age pedagogy? It is a combination of best practices associated with instructional models, enhanced with blended learning instructional practices, and promotion of digital age skills that we already discussed as communication, collaboration, teamwork, creativity, etc. Digital age pedagogy empower learners. They direct their instruction. They set goals. Then they deepen their knowledge by using their own strategies for learning. And also they applied their knowledge. They create new products. They demonstrate their new products and they express their creative ideas. That is the peculiarity of digital age pedagogy. Then think digital age pedagogy. We have new generation learners, new learning environments, new learning media. Think, are you a new generation teacher? Okay. Now, I think you get an idea about why e-content. The answer for why e-content is, the question why e-content is the digital age pedagogy. Sorry, the knowledge explosion, the digital age learners, and the digital age pedagogy. These three can be satisfied with the help of the production or development and practice of e-content in the classrooms. Then, what are the features of e-content? First one is multi-sensory learning experiences. E-content provides multi-sensory learning experience. Just think about the video. First we saw. Then principle of chunking. I will explain it later. Then accessibility. Easily accessible. Anytime, anywhere learning can be possible through e-contents. Then digital convergence. Converting or transforming the content into different forms. Then another important feature of e-content is interactivity, participation. All these are possible through the production of e-content. And reusability. These are the features of e-content. Now, let us think about the principle of chunking. This is one of the feature of e-content. I think you are familiar with the term chunking. In cognitive theories, you care about this, I hope. Anyway, chunking refers to an approach for making more efficient use of short-term memory by grouping information. Chunking breaks up the long strings of knowledge into chunks. Like compare the two part of the picture, content after chunking. In development, for the development of e-content, you have to chunk the information into various images, videos, or textual part. Anything we can chunk the information into small chunks, because this gives us an opportunity to use the short-term memory by chunking. Can use the theory also there. Yes. Now, let us think about what are the types of e-content. Participants, please mute your audio. It causes inconvenience. So, then, types of e-content. There are three types of e-content. Short course, unit or module. Then, full courseware. Then, a short learning or short learning objects. Full courseware means we are having a 2-year B.Ed course. For that B.Ed course, we can prepare an e-content. While preparing an e-content for 2 years, we have 15 papers for the 2-year B.Ed course. We can create each paper as modules. One module, two modules. In the form of modules, you can create a full courseware for e-content. Then, these are, because I like to share what are the forms of e-content. Here, two forms of e-content we have. First one is short learning objects and module. But that is why I say full courseware consists of modules. Okay. The forms of e-content are SLOs. They are granules. Can be in 3 to 15 minutes. Then it is a new way of thinking and about learning content. Then modules are larger and independent with objectives and experiences, and also assessment is there. Then it consists of 25 to 30 minutes of multimedia experience e-content. Okay. Then the types of e-content, there are three types of e-content: short course, unit or module, independent. Then full courseware, it consists of various modules, and short learning objects. There are two forms of e-content, that is SLOs and modules. SLOs cover 3 to 15 minutes. You can have 3 to 15 minutes, and modules are larger independent e-content. Now, how e-content? Now, come to the point, how e-content. There are certain tasks involved in the preparation of e-content or the development of e-content. What are they? First of all, you have to research your target audience. That is, you have to identify their diversity, age, and needs. Then write a script. I think you are all familiar with how to write a script. The art and aesthetic education provide you that opportunity in the second semester. Is it? I hope so. Then write a script, correct the grammar, spelling, consistency, meaning, factual items, names, etc. You have to correct the script. First, you have to find out find out your audience. Then find out the content. Write a script based on the content. Then correct the content, the grammar, spelling, consistency, meaning, factual items, names, etc. Then collect all visuals, pictures or videos, anything but your content demands, you can collect. How to collect all the materials for the content. Then prepare a storyboard. I will explain it in detail. And the next task is prepare a storyboard. That is, show details line by line in 3 columns. Then you prepare for narration. You have to rehearse in front of a, not in front of a camera, in front of a mirror. You have to prepare for narration. Rehearse the style, how I appear in front of a camera. You have to rehearse it. Then video sheet. Video practice for camera. Here, for shooting, you have to shoot all the script. You have to shoot all the narration. That is, you have to narrate the entire script in front of a camera. That is your duty there. Video shooting. Then edit the video. How we can edit the video. For editing the video, you need 3 things in your hand. First, you have with you script or the storyboard, detailed storyboard. Then the narrated video and the pictures, videos, or anything that your content demands you collected. These 3 things are with you. Then edit the video with the help of you. You are all familiar with a lot of Android apps like Vivo Video, KineMaster, Vita, etc. Then you can seek the help of a technician also. Anyway, you can edit the video, but you have with you, what are they? With you a storyboard, then video shooted, narrated video, then the visuals, audio, video, textual part, anything. But the content demand, you can collect all these things. With the help of these things, only you can edit the video. Then you can have, when after develop or after prepare the content, you can publish and share through social medias, through any blog or anything you like. You can share it. These are the tasks, how we can develop any content material. The task involved for how to develop any content material. Then first of all, you have to research the target audience, write a script, correct the spelling, consistency, meaning, factual items, names, etc. Then collect all visuals and pictures needed, prepare the storyboard, show details line by line, prepare for the narration, rehearse the style, how to appear in front of a camera. You have to rehearse it. Then shoot the video. You have to narrate all the script in front of a camera. Then edit the video. For editing video, you need 3 things: the storyboard or the script, then the visual pictures, audio, video, textual part, anything you want. You have all these things are with you. Then the video, shooted video or the narrated video. Then edit the video. You can publish and share the content, transform the content. Okay. Now let us think about in detail the storyboard development. You are all familiar with lesson planning, are you? Yes. Lesson planning is the planning of instruction. Planning of instruction, and the lesson plan reflects the creativity, insight, and insight of the teacher, and also the personality of the teacher reflects through lesson plan. Like that. And also, while doing the lesson plan, we have first of all we have to do the content analysis. While analyzing the content, you have to analyze the content in the forms of terms, facts, concepts, principles, etc. Like that, you have to pedagogically restructure the content and convert it into storyboard for the content construction or the content development. How to pedagogically restructure the content. Here, when you restructure content, you have to analyze the content in terms of pictures or images, in terms of video. When you saw a concept, you just imagine which video is most suitable for this concept, which image is more suitable for this term. Like that, you have to creatively think. That is pedagogically restructuring of the content. This is the important element of the content important task involved in the content development. Don't forget, you must pedagogically restructure the content and convert it into storyboard. Very important thing. Then, hope you may understood all these things. Then, storyboard game. I will show an example for storyboard. Before that, the storyboard gave outline of the material into 3 columns. The first column, audio, contains the subject matter. The second column explains the visuals on the screen. And the third column, teaching learning activities, include the objectives and outcomes of learning. Okay, let us watch the image for storyboard, an example of storyboard. In 3 columns, audio, video, teaching learning experiences or teaching learning activities. In the audio part, you see, can you see clearly? Yes. The audio part, we have to explain the subject matter. Then the video part, you have to express or you have to explain or you have to write what is see in the screen. What are the images? What you insert in terms of. And the third column, teaching learning activity, you have to include. Here I include the Gagne's hierarchy of learning, but you have to include your objectives and their outcomes in the third column. I think you are familiar with that thing while writing the third column in your lesson plan. Okay, anything you can follow. Then audio part. Then how will you narrate? In the audio part, you can narrate. Let us see. The audio part. Hello friends, we all knew that today people all over the world face a lot of environmental problems like continuous depletion of natural resources. Why? On the screen, the second column shows the screen. On the screen, we see the teacher. Can you follow me? Yes. You can see the teacher. And the problem such as deforestation. For that particular term, I put an insert in the form of image. That is the second column. Express what is in the screen. Second column. Okay. The first column and extension of many plant and animal species. Then the next insert. Then the next insert, rise in global temperature. The content part or the subject matter, and the second column depicts the images or videos, anything you can put in the form of inserts. Okay. Then another model for storyboard development is same thing, but here the video part is pasted with the images. Selected images is pasted in the video part. It's another form of another type of storyboard development. Hope you can follow me. Then I will show the video related with or the short learning object on the basis of prepared on the or developed on the basis of this particular storyboard.
We all know that today people all over the world face a lot of environmental problems like continuous depletion of natural resources. The problems such as deforestation, extinction of many plant and animal species, rise in global temperatures, air pollution, water pollution, shrinking of life-saving ozone layer, etc. These problems are further being compounded with population explosion, food crisis, hunger, malnutrition, poverty, insanitation, etc. Why all these are happening? Do you ever think about it? Yes. We never give importance to our Mother Earth while thinking about economic development. Gandhiji has rightly said that the earth has sufficient for our needs but not for our greed. Here we think about sustainable development. Do you know about the major components of sustainability? First one, environmental. Second, economic. And third, social. Then what is needed is that the development must be socially bearable and equitable, environmentally bearable and viable, economically viable and equitable. The sustainable development can be achieved only these three components work together. So when you think about your as rightly said that economically viable and equitable. Thank you.
You saw the video or the short learning object based on this storyboard. Okay, then this is the answer to the question how e-content. Sorry. How e-content. The task involved are, let us watch the task involved. Go through this, please. Then most important thing or the task in e-content development is storyboard development. We have to pedagogically restructure the content and convert it into storyboard. While pedagogically restructuring the content, you have to think or you have to analyze the content in terms of various images, videos, audios, or textual part. Anything, what your content demand, you can select it. That is very important part in storyboard development. How? Let us. This is another model for storyboard development. You can follow anyone. Then let us go for how we can write a lesson plan on e-content development. There are 5 phases for e-content development, and there are certain elements in e-content. The phases of e-content development are planning phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, and evaluation phase. And the elements included in the lesson plan are objectives, summary, text, frequently asked questions or FAQs, storyboard, assignments, quiz, tutorial, case study if the content demands, then references, glossary, links, contact ID, and blog ID if you have. Then now let us combine the phases of e-content into the elements of e-content and how you can write, and I will talk to you about how you can write a lesson plan on e-content. I combine the elements and phases of e-content for writing the lesson plan. I'll show the examples also. How to write the lessons plan. First phase is the planning phase. Here we plan the information, details of the plan, what are the details of target audience. Just like the preliminary information you write in your lesson plan. That's it. Then details of the content, which subject you, then which unit, which topic, etc. Just like the preliminary information you write in your lesson plan. Then during the planning phase, you have to plan the target audience and details of the content. You have to select a content appropriate for your narration, etc. It depends upon you and your creativity. It's left to you. The details of the content you can collect. First, you have write the planning phase. Details of the in the planning phase, you write the details of the target audience and details of the content. Then second phase is design phase. First planning phase, second phase is design phase. During this phase, you have to write the objectives, summary, and textual part. Actual textual part is included in the lesson plan itself. Then you have to write the objectives. You are all familiar with how to write the objectives. Then summary, text. I shall show you an example for that. This is the objectives for the content, environment, and for the content part, environment and functions of environment. You can follow the Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives that is familiar with you. Okay. Then write the summary of the test, like in the form of concept definition, anything that is up to you and up to your content. You can write the summary of the content. Then write the textual part. Here you can add as much as possible textual part, additional informations, and also pictures you can add other than the content part in the textbook. You can add additional information other than the textual part, and also you can add images in the textual part. A rich text is needed. Then I think you understood the part. This part is the design phase. We include in the lesson plan objectives, summary, and text. And comes the development phase. You write during the development phase, you include the storyboard development and e-content development. Put the storyboard along with the lesson plan, and or pin the storyboard along with the lesson plan, and pin the CD of your developed content, converted content part in the CD-ROM. You can include it in the lesson plan. Next phase is testing phase. That is how you deliver the content to the students. You can write, how will you write a short note on how will you practice the e-content material in the classroom. Real classroom situation, you can anticipate how I can deliver this content or e-content in the classroom. May I use the computer lab? May I use the audio, or may I use my laptop? It's up to you. You can, but you have to write the short note on how will you practice the e-content material in the real classroom situation. Then comes the evaluation phase. It includes the frequently asked questions, FAQs, quiz, assignment, and tutorials. These are the examples for FAQ. You can write as many as questions, and its answer also included in the lesson plan. Then you can choose on environment as much as possible. Multiple choice questions you can include in the lesson plan related to the topic. Then the answers to the questions. Then write the assignment related to the topic. These are all for evaluation. Don't forget, these are all for formative evaluation, or for formative evaluation of the content. Then you can add the tutorials. Tutorial means activities. What are the activities needed for your content? You can include it in the lesson plan also. Okay. These are the steps. Then you can write the reference part. You can write the glossary. That means definition of your key terms, definition of your concepts, terms, anything. You can add it in the with the lesson plan. Then write the links. Okay. I think you can follow this. For writing the lesson plan, I talk to about how to combine the phases of e-content with the elements of e-content. Phases of e-content consists of planning phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, and evaluation phase. Then comes the elements of e-content, and while writing lesson plan, we combine the elements of lesson plan into phases of lesson plan. During the planning phase, we write the details of target audience and details of the content. Then during the design phase, you write the objective, summary, and textual part. These are the examples. Then during the development part, you write, paste, or you have to pin the storyboard, develop the storyboard, and also pin the CD-ROM that contains the content, the converted content material. Then during the testing phase, you have to write how will you practice the e-content, develop the content in the classroom itself. Then evaluation phase, for formative evaluation, we have FAQs, Qs, assignment, and tutorials. I think you catch the ideas related with the writing of e-content lesson plan. Now, let me summarize by saying that digital experience make the learning more interactive, more participatory, more engaging, and more involving. The soft skills needed for enhancing learning with digital experiences are communication, decision making, collaboration, teamwork, time management, and creativity. Then now we discussed about what, why, and how we conduct converting and transforming content in digital form, that is e-content. Why e-content? The explosion, knowledge explosion, digital age, and the new generation pedagogy demands the e-content. And how to prepare the e-content? We have to find out the target audience, write the script, then correct it, collect the visuals, write the storyboard in detail, then rehearse in front of a mirror or in front of a camera itself, and shoot the narrated script, and edit, publish, and share. That are how we can prepare the e-content material. Then what are the elements for lesson planning and steps or phases of e-content development? The elements includes the objectives, summary, text, FAQs, storyboard, assignment, cues, case study, references, glossary, links, contact, and blog. Hope you may try to do for it. Please prepare a lesson plan on e-content in the form of the SLO, which lasts for 15 minutes. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. And once again, I express my sincere thanks to Dr. Sunil Kumar GN sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity and all the support provided for me for doing this webinar. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can ask in Malayalam also. Okay.
Now, participants can ask doubts or can utilize chat doubts. Participants can type their doubts in chat box or else can ask questions. Participants, please ask if there is any doubts. There is a doubt from
which are the applications
that can be used to develop a content? Which are the applications that we can utilize a content? Which are the
applications? What do you mean? I can't get it. Application, what do you mean software applications?
Can you please restructure your question?
Did you mean the software applications?
Yes.
The software application, the apps we can use. നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, ഫെമിലിയർ വിത്ത് എല്ലാ കുട്ടികൾക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന കാര്യമാണ്. അല്ലാതെ ഒരു ആപ്പ് സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ നമുക്ക് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ഒരു സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ എഞ്ചിനീയറിന്റെ ഹെൽപ്പോട് കൂടി മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ആ സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കത്തുള്ളൂ. ദെൻ HTML ഡോക്യുമെന്റ് സാധാരണ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. വി ക്യാൻ യൂസ് HTML, but we are not familiar with that thing, HTML document. Okay. Then you can use apps, developed apps. With the help of developed apps, we can prepare the e-content. While preparing the module, we use HTML document. With the help of a software expert, we can prepare it.
Anybody else? Please ask your doubts.
Thank you, Anila teacher. ലെസൺ പ്ലാൻ എഴുതുന്നതിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കാം. അതാണല്ലോ ഇപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് നിങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം B.Ed സ്റ്റുഡൻസിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം അതാണ് ഒരു വലിയ പ്രോബ്ലം ആയിട്ട് ഇപ്പൊ നിൽക്കുന്നത്. How to write a lesson plan.
Okay. So we move on to next session. So once again, thank you, Chanchel teacher, for your clear and precise presentation. Now I invite Arya S. Kumar from Physical Science Optional to deliver the vote of thanks.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
It is a great honor and privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank to our respected principal, Sunit Kumar sir, for granting permission and support for conducting this webinar on e-content development and framework for B.Ed students. I thank to Dr.Chanchel Abraham teacher, assistant professor in social science, KUCT Nedumangad. We are really grateful to have you as the resource person. Teacher explained about e-content very well. The video displayed at the beginning of the webinar based on the Indian history of independence was awesome. Then she explained what is e-content and its forms, what are the steps included in the preparation of e-content. Then the short learning object based on sustainable development was also very nice. She explained how to prepare an e-content lesson plan very well. Once again, thank you very much, teacher. Next, my heartfelt thanks to Anuja teacher and all other teachers for the great support. Last but not the least, I thank all my friends and participants for cooperation in making this webinar a great success. Finally, thank you once again all. Thank you.
So we have reached the end of the session. Once again, thank you all.
Teacher feedback for
Feedback link, Shanti teacher.
ശാന്ത ടീച്ചർ ഇല്ലേ? ചാഞ്ചൽ ടീച്ചർ ആയിട്ട് ശരി, ഓക്കെ.
ഇട്ട് സാർ ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സ്.
ഓക്കെ
സാർ അപ്പോൾ ഒരു 5 minutes കൊടുക്കാം അല്ലേ? ഒരു
You can ask your doubts and confusions if it is there. Teacher is available. You can ask doubts. Or you can share your thoughts.
ടീച്ചറെ മതിയോ? സമയം മതിയോ?
മതിയായിരിക്കും സാർ.
Okay, Madhu sir.
ശരി.
Okay, thank you once again.
ഓക്കെ.